Ready to lock, load, and unleash chaos? Whether you're sniping from rooftops, charging into battle with shotguns blazing, or diving into futuristic war zones, FPS games are where the real action lives. From mind-blowing graphics to adrenaline-pumping firefights, we've rounded up the top first-person shooters that are dominating PC and console right now. So grab your gear, check your ammo, and get set, because these FPS titles will have your heart racing and your trigger finger twitching. Let's dive into the mayhem. 1. Doom. The Dark Ages. Doom is heading to the brutal medieval era, and it looks insanely badass. The Dark Ages keeps the iconic Doom speed and aggression, but trades tech for steel. You'll wield a massive shield, fight off demonic hordes in gothic castles, and unleash pure rage with old-school brutality. It's still fast, heavy, and loud, but the dark fantasy twist adds a raw, gritty edge. If you loved Doom Eternal's chaos, this will blow your mind with its brutal combat, intense boss fights, and that signature metal soundtrack. Doom is evolving, and it's going medieval in the best way possible. 2. Borderlands 4. Borderlands is back with a new story, new vault hunters, and even crazier loot drops. Borderlands 4 dives deeper into the chaos, bringing massive open-world zones, ridiculous guns, and that over-the-top humor we all love. Whether you're soloing or teaming up, the action stays fast and the visuals pop with that signature cel-shaded style. Expect more mad villains, endless customization, and even wilder side quests. If you're into looter shooters with personality, style, and non-stop explosions, this game's gonna scratch that itchy trigger finger hard. Get ready to shoot, loot, and laugh your way through pure madness. 3. Splitgate 2. Splitgate 2 is turning up the heat on its portal-packed arena battles. Combining slick sci-fi combat with tactical teleportation, it lets you outplay, outsmart, and outshoot enemies like never before. The sequel promises smoother controls, more explosive weapons, and wild new maps built for fast-paced mind games. Imagine flanking your opponent through your own wormhole or dodging bullets mid-air while diving into a portal. Splitgate 2 wants to push that creativity even further. It's like Halo meets Portal, but bigger, better, and even more fun. If you crave skill-based, fast-action FPS chaos, this one's for you. Near 4. Atomfall. Set in post-nuclear England, Atomfall blends survival, horror, and FPS action with a unique Cold War twist. You'll explore creepy countryside towns, face off against mutated creatures, and uncover conspiracies wrapped in retro-futuristic tech. The setting feels eerie and grounded, like Fallout with British vibes and a darker tone. Combat looks gritty and intense, with limited resources and chilling encounters. It's not just about shooting, it's about surviving in a world that feels cursed. If you love atmospheric FPS games with narrative depth and tension around every corner, Atomfall might just deliver something fresh and terrifying. 5. Killing Floor 3. Blood, bullets, and mutated freaks. Killing. Floor 3 cranks the co-op carnage up to 11. You and your squad face wave after wave of horrific bioengineered enemies, using an insane arsenal of weapons and abilities. The action is frantic, the gore is over the top, and teamwork is key to surviving the chaos. This third entry promises even more brutal visuals, faster pacing, and deeper progression systems. With its relentless intensity and addictive gameplay loops, Killing Floor 3 is built for players who love a challenge and aren't afraid to get their hands dirty in the name of fun. 6. Ferocious. Ferocious drops you into a lost island teeming with danger, hostile mercenaries, mysterious technology, and jaw-snapping prehistoric beasts. It's a gorgeous yet deadly environment where survival means mastering your weapons and using the terrain to your advantage. Think Far Cry meets Jurassic Park with a sci-fi twist. Gunfights are tense, enemies are smart, and the world itself feels alive. You'll be constantly hunted, always moving, and never safe. If you're into survival shooters that throw you into the wild and let you figure things out the hard way, Ferocious is one to keep your eye on. 7. Clockwork Revolution. Clockwork Revolution is like stepping into a steampunk fever dream. Set in a city where time manipulation changes everything, this narrative-driven shooter lets you reshape the past to impact the future. Think BioShock Infinite with a twist. Time travel decisions affect the world, characters, and story in wild ways. The gunplay mixes old-school charm with sci-fi flair, and every mission feels like you're rewriting history. Add deep lore, stylish weapons, and jaw-dropping visuals, and you've got a game that's both thought-provoking and action-packed. If you love smart shooters with heart and imagination, this one's a must-watch. 8. Ready or Not. Ready or Not is tactical FPS at its most intense. You play as a SWAT officer, clearing rooms, rescuing hostages, and facing off against armed suspects in realistic, high-stress situations. Every decision matters. Go in loud or stealthy, use non-lethals, coordinate your squad. It's slow, methodical, and incredibly rewarding when done right. The game nails tension, and one wrong move can blow the whole mission. Perfect for fans of Rainbow Six or anyone who enjoys thoughtful, grounded action where skill and planning matter way more than just pulling the trigger. 9. The Bornless. The Bornless is a wild mix of supernatural FPS chaos and ritual-based survival. Think demons, dark magic, and team-based multiplayer madness. You're not just shooting enemies. You're summoning eldritch horrors and dealing with powerful curses. The visuals are spooky, the tone is gritty, and the gameplay keeps things unpredictable with shifting strategies and supernatural threats. It's fast, stylish, and completely unholy in the best way. If you're into horror shooters that feel fresh and chaotic, The Bornless offers a devilishly fun twist on competitive FPS. 10. The Cube. Mystery meets mayhem in the Cube, a psychological sci-fi FPS where you're trapped in a surreal maze full of puzzles, enemies, and shifting dangers. Inspired by films like Cube and Portal, this game messes with your head while testing your aim. You'll need sharp reflexes and sharper thinking to escape. The visuals are minimal but haunting, and every room feels like a trap ready to spring. It's not just about shooting, it's about figuring out how not to die. If you like weird and mind-bending shooters, the Cube might be your next obsession. 11. Alpha Response. Alpha Response brings clean, tight military FPS action with a strong focus on tactical gameplay and team coordination. It's all about squad-based objectives, realistic movement, and precise shooting. No arcade fluff here. You'll breach doors, flank enemies, and make split-second calls that can make or break your mission. With solid weapon handling and sharp graphics, this one feels grounded but fun, like the perfect middle ground between casual and hardcore. If you enjoy games like Insurgency or early Rainbow Six, Alpha Response could hit that perfect tactical sweet spot. 12. Den of Wolves. From the creators of Payday, Den of Wolves is a cyberpunk heist shooter where you pull off futuristic jobs in a high-tech underworld. Missions are gritty, gadgets are next level, and teamwork is everything. You'll infiltrate corporations, hack systems, and shoot your way out when things go sideways. The cyberpunk vibes are thick, with neon lights, dystopian tech, and shady deals at every turn. It's fast, stylish, and packed with potential for creative chaos. If you love co-op shooters with high stakes and slick presentation, this one's gonna be a blast. 13. Ill. Ill is a full-on horror FPS nightmare that throws body horror, grotesque enemies, and disgusting environments at you in beautiful detail. Every monster looks like it crawled out of your worst dreams, and the gunplay is tense and gritty. You'll explore decaying labs, ruined towns, and twisted dimensions while fighting for your life with whatever weapons you can find. It's atmospheric, immersive, and brutally terrifying. If you loved Resident Evil but want something more intense and FPS-focused, IL is shaping up to be a seriously creepy contender. 14. RoboCop Unfinished Business. You are the law, and RoboCop Unfinished Business lets you enforce it with full cybernetic power. Step into the boots of the iconic mech cop and take down criminals in dystopian Detroit. It's slow and powerful. Every punch, shot, and takedown feels heavy. You'll scan threats, blast through gangs, and serve up justice the old-school way. It captures the 80s action vibe perfectly with explosive shootouts and that gritty future noir style. If you're into power fantasy shooters with a retro soul, this one hits hard and looks great doing it. 15. Displacement. Reality is broken in Displacement, a trippy FPS where time loops, shifting dimensions, and physics-bending environments are your biggest obstacles. You'll fight enemies in worlds that morph around you, solve puzzles that twist logic, and experience gameplay that constantly evolves. It's a shooter that challenges how you think, not just how fast you click. The art direction is surreal, the mechanics are unique, and the story seems layered with mystery. If you want something that breaks the FPS mold and makes you think while blasting enemies, Displacement could be your jam. 16. Black Vultures. Black Vultures is a hardcore cyberpunk FPS with brutal gunfights, gritty visuals, and a ruthless tone. You play as a heavily armed mercenary cutting through a dark city full of corruption and chaos. The combat is fast and raw, with aggressive AI and satisfying gunplay. It leans into stylish violence. Think slow-motion headshots, neon blood, and tactical movement. Whether you're slicing through hallways or dropping drones on enemies, this is the type of FPS that rewards precision and confidence. If you like no-nonsense shooters with dark flair, Black Vultures will grab your attention. 17. Hunger. There's something wrong in Hunger, a survival horror FPS that puts you in a dying world stalked by terrifying creatures. Ammo is scarce. Every shadow could kill you, and the atmosphere is thick with dread. You'll explore decaying ruins, scavenge for supplies, and face horrifying enemies in close-quarters combat. It's not just about shooting, it's about surviving with what little you've got. The visuals are bleak but beautiful, and the tension never lets up. If you're into slow-burn horror where every shot counts, Hunger might haunt you, in the best way. 18. Abyssus. Dive deep into alien ruins beneath the ocean in Abyssus. A retro-inspired FPS with underwater horror vibes and fast, punchy action. You'll face strange sea monsters, ancient tech, and twisted architecture while uncovering a hidden story. The game combines old-school level design with modern polish, making each encounter feel frantic and fun. It's got a unique setting, atmospheric tension, and plenty of creative weapons to blast your way out of trouble. If you're craving a different kind of FPS, one that feels fresh and haunting, Abyssus is swimming your way. 19. Painkiller, remake or new entry. The classic is back. Painkiller is returning with a full remake or new entry, and it's bringing the chaos. Expect non-stop action, massive demon hordes, and wild weapons like stake guns and lightning shurikens. It's old-school FPS mayhem with a modern twist. Fast, violent, and totally over the top. Environments range from gothic castles to hellish arenas. And the soundtrack? Pure heavy metal fuel? If you miss the adrenaline rush of games like Doom 2016 but want something with even more style and insanity, Painkiller's return could be a glorious bloodbath. 20. Exekiller. In Exekiller, the world's gone full cyber-western, and you're a bounty hunter cleaning up a neon-drenched wasteland. You'll hunt criminals, make choices that shape your story, and engage in gritty shootouts using sci-fi tech and old-school firepower. The setting is stunning. Dusty roads meet glowing cityscapes, and every mission feels personal. With RPG elements, car chases, and stylish design, Exekiller blends open-world exploration with tight FPS action. It's Mad Max meets Blade Runner, with just enough lawless energy to keep things exciting. Definitely a standout in the cyberpunk shooter scene. And that's the lineup. From brutal demon slaying to tactical takedowns and wild futuristic shootouts, these FPS games are bringing serious heat to PC and console. Whether you're into horror, sci-fi, or good old-fashioned chaos, there's something here for every trigger-happy gamer. Let me know which one you're most hyped for in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed the list, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out and keep fragging.